Good evening, crypto miners. Good evening, everyone listening. Hello, 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 everyone. Alpha, did you have something to say? No. All right. I am waiting for someone from WeSendit. WeSendit. Do we have anyone here from WeSendit? Please raise your hand so I can unmute you. And can you hear me well? Can I have some thumbs up? Let's see who I see in here that I know. I suppose we have to wait a little bit for some more people to join. Go and retweet this and so bring some friends over. Oh, we have Abhay. Abhay, I need your help too, so I can pronounce your name correctly, sir. But
Yeah,
welcome.
hi, thank you. Yeah, it's Abe.
Abhay?
Yep.
Okay, welcome, Abhay. My name is Mary.
Nice to meet you, Mary. Really looking forward to
Nice to
today's
meet you too.
AMA.
Yeah, I happy to be here. I'm happy to have you here.
Thank you.
We will go through. So, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, today we have WeSendit 3.0 here. And, well, I will let Abe tell you everything about it, but it's a really big project and it has been around a long time already. So it's not a new coin. It's not a very new project or company.
Yeah,
Isn't that correct, Abe?
yeah. We've actually we said it was founded in 2012, so it's been
Wow.
over like 10 years for us.
It's almost before Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Almost. All right. So also a reminder that anything we talk about in here is for educational purpose only and should not be taken as any financial advice. And you do your own research yourself. And yes, Mr. Abhay Gupta, CPO of WeSendit. Please let's introduce yourself a little bit and tell us how long you have been with the company and what does a CPO do?
Yeah. So I actually joined WeSendit about a few months ago as the chief product officer. And before that, I've worked at corporates such as Visa, Meta, Tesla, and Coinbase in product roles. But how I kind of came across WeSendit was I knew one of the team members really well, and he introduced me to the rest of the team. And what stuck out to me a lot was that like the project itself was they didn't like use Web3 for the sake of Web3. They used Web3 for the actual utility behind it because right now in crypto, a majority of like 99% of the projects out there are just using like Web3 as like a hype thing, just trying to like make money off of that, but there's no real like value behind the actual blockchain technology. But WeSend it's different because they're taking advantage of that blockchain technology and that decentralized node technology to make your data secure and private. And seeing the team passionate about that mission of kind of making everyone's data private and giving them that freedom was really inspiring for me, and that's what kind of convinced me to join the team. And so now on the team, what I kind of do, like on a day-to-day basis, is like working with our CTO to kind of plan out the product roadmap, what features we're going to add, get some of that user feedback, integrate that in, and then work with our team to kind of push that forward, and also like work on creating new partnerships with other technologies that we can incorporate.
Great. So do you like the job so far?
Yeah, it's been an amazing job so far, and it's been a pleasure to work with everyone on the team. Like everyone's so passionate about the mission, and I think that's kind of the biggest draw and the biggest lever for WeSendit's success.
And the company is based in Switzerland, is that
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So are you also there, or are most people who work, are they there, or are they all around the world?
So there's a strong majority of the company in Switzerland. I'm based in New York City actually, and there are a few of the other team members internationally because WeSendit is
Mhm.
like an international company, so we want to expand the international presence as well.
Yeah, great. All right, so it started already 2012, you said. Do you know, can you tell us a little bit about the history so far, what has happened,
Yeah.
and then we move into the future?
Yeah, so I'll kind of give like a high level background and overview. But
Hmm.
WeSendit is basically a data storage aggregator that works on top of decentralized data storage networks such as Filecoin and Storj. And it's a user friendly interface that allows you to send your data and choose where you want that data to be stored. And so essentially, you're getting paid for protecting your data. And so WeSendit's the first Web3 file sharing aggregator that connects people, businesses, and data of today with the Web3 world of tomorrow. But like, how did kind of WeSendit come about? And so WeSendit was actually founded in 2012, and it's been a web. It started out as a Web 2 service provider, and it started with an idea by our CEO Jens Erbst. And in 2012, he actually ran his own digital marketing agency, and in his day to day operations, he would send marketing materials to his customers, and then they would send those back to him, and then there would be a lot of kind of back and forth of like kind of sending these digital materials via a CD or a USB stick or mail. And this process, though, of sending this data back and forth was very consuming, and stuff would always get lost or mixed up. And so, to kind of solve their own pain point, Jens and the team decided to simplify this process by developing a platform where customers could upload their data. The agency could kind of work on the materials and then upload their final materials, and then the customer could download those final materials from a link on that platform. And that's how WeSendit 2.0 was born. And it went viral. Without big marketing spends, WeSendit has now more than 3.5 million customers in more than 150 countries. And to this date, an incredible 2.85 billion data transmissions have been performed. And it's not only people like you and me who are using the service, there's also big corporates like DreamWorks, Nike, Red Bull, and Meta that are using the service as well.
Wow, impressive. It's a, as I said in the beginning, guys, it's a real big company behind this. It's just, as you also said, Abe, lots of people or lots of projects now are just trying to get the hype and make money, pump and dump, and this is far from it.
Exactly. And then I can also kind of touch into like, so that was kind of our Web 2 story, but why Web 3 and what kind of
Hmm.
pushed us forward for that?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, so I mean the question does arise, like why did we suddenly have to create something new? Like we could just kind of sit back and relax and work with our 3.5 million customers and corporates, but what kind of drove us was like there's been more and more concerns about data safety, data protection, and privacy of Web 2 applications recently. Like if you use Dropbox, Facebook, or even WeTransfer, you have to enter a lot of data to register, like your name, your address, your birthday, your credit card details. And then after entering all this data, you can finally use those services for free. But these apps, they monitor your behavior, and with their data, they allocate you to a certain group. And in marketing, this is called like a buyer persona. And then based on this buyer persona, they will give you specific marketing and promotions because they believe that the more they know about you, the more useful promotions you can get, and then the more money you'll spend. But the problem here is that the data that you've given to these companies can be breached. And we've seen that with like Cambridge Analytica or like Palantir or Uber being breached. And criminals can misuse this data. But so while your data is at risk of being misused, these data collecting companies are selling your data to third party marketers and are earning a fortune in doing so. Well, you've never gotten a dime for your data and you don't know anything about who your data was sold to and how it's been used. And that's kind of the biggest concern for us here at WeSendit. Like we know those concerns, like as first-hand consumers, we don't want our data out there without our permission being hacked and being misused. And we believe that no government or organization should know about your personal data without your permission. Obviously, if you kind of give your permission and you allow it, then that's totally fine. But we believe that you should have that freedom to decide with whom you want to share your privacy and what you want to share with them. And that's why WeSendit 3.0 was created to grow decentralized. And so basically, WeSendit 3.0 is based on node infrastructure, which means it's very decentralized, and that's what kind of allows us to give us more give us the advantages over Web 2 solutions that exist right now, because um, because of our Web 3, we send it since it's based on a like decentralized node infrastructure. You have metadata protection, which means that your personal data belongs to you alone. You also have geo-redundant storage, so WeSendit transfers your data over the network you choose, and your data is stored redundantly across thousands of nodes across the world. And you also have anonymous data validation, so that we check that your data exists anonymously, um, but we can't see your data itself. And then we also have backup and restore, which means that you can back up your data with WeSendit, and even if you like lose access to your wallet, which is kind of a common occurrence because of like losing your seed phrase, WeSendit does have like a fully managed Web3 backup and recovery object storage platform in those kind of cases to help you still get access to your data. And then also there's end-to-end encryption for every data transfer, so there's secure encryption at all times, even in standby mode, basically. So what that means is like your data will never be left unsecured, essentially. So that's kind of how what pushed us to go to Web 3.0, and what are kind of some of the key features that separate like WeSendit 3.0 from WeSendit 2.0. And actually, we just launched our MVP today, so I could kind of go into a bit of more details around that as well.
Oh, nice. Well, it's very impressive. I mean, um, I can be in charge of my own data, you say, and uh, this project or this company is run like a company, but it's also decentralized. I mean, for me as a user, right? So you can't get access to my data, and I can use it or sell it or give it away. But who is the receiver then of my data? How can I choose that? Are
Yeah,
there already
so
like
actually, so there's like multiple options there. Like on the platform, when you upload your data, you have the option to like who do you like you have the option to like send your data to someone else. And so they will kind of it's via email, and so they'll get that link. They'll get an email basically saying that there's files waiting for you, and depending on
mm,
your plan, like if you have the free plan, they can kind of access those files for 7 days, and they're hosted on the decentralized network. And then if you have kind of like the more pro or premium plans, then those that data can be stored for up to a year. But yeah, you can totally choose like whoever you want to kind of send that data to, and they can access it whenever.
and to receive data from me, then you also need to have an account on WeSendit or
No, not at all, actually. So for the like one of the biggest benefits is that for the free users, like at least for like just the basic level of functionality, you don't need an account at all, and you can just kind of it's just purely based on like links.
okay, that's good. All right.
Yeah, and then
So,
and then also the key point here is like Dropbox and like WeTransfer and like AWS. These are like all kind of centralized, but the and then like the point here is that like the data is actually owned by the centralized company, because they can technically manipulate your data as your data is on their hardware, which they have kind of control to. But with Web
mhm.
3, like and WeSendit, the data is owned by the user, and so like it's not possible for anyone to kind of manipulate your data, because using the IPFS protocol, which is like the interplanetary file protocol system, every node is owned by someone else. And so like nodes are storing partial parts of the file, so no one can kind of get your entire data all together, because it's kind of broken up across thousands of nodes across the world.
Ah, okay, okay. All right. You wanted to tell us about the MVP, you said.
Yeah, yeah. So we actually just launched our MVP today. That was like a very fulfilling moment for the team, and everyone was so passionate about that. So that you can actually access the MVP on mvp.wesendit.com. And so this basically, what is an MVP, first of all? So like an MVP is a minimum viable product. And why did the team kind of decide to build this out? Well, the point of an MVP is to basically kind of release like an initial version of a product to get feedback from our customers and get like early kind of a sentiment and understand like how much value are our customers getting and what features should we add down the line so that our product is like really good for our customers. And so right now the MVP's out there. We're encouraging all of our customers and potential customers to kind of try it out, give us feedback. And there's actually a feedback tool for our community on the website of mvp.wesendit.com where you can suggest like improvements. And if you find bugs, you can kind of put those out there. And this is really important because every user has like a different device. And so there will be a lot of kind of bugs or something that will be found. And actually, WeSendit has a bug bounty program right now where um, if someone submits a bug and then the team verifies that it's like a legitimate bug, they'll get 250 WSI tokens for submitting that bug. So, yeah, I mean, this bounty system will be like it's in our users' kind of best interest to really like test out our system and then submit as many bugs as they can and get those bounties.
Great. So how
So
many bugs did you find so far?
Well, we just launched like a few
Oh,
hours
today. Yeah,
ago.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So those are kind of like slowly rolling in, but we do expect like just because there's so many different devices and people around the world, like there's always bugs that come up, and that's why we want to reward our users for finding those bugs and really helping us kind of improve the product for our customers down the line.
Yeah,
So
very good.
in the MVP right now, what you can kind of do is there's only like the core functionality, which is so what that includes is like it's like the free version right now where you can just log in. You don't even have to like create an account essentially, and you can just upload a file, send that to someone, and then they can download it from the email link that they get, and then you can also see like the file history. So um, and right now the core functionality is like basically the privacy to upload and download your data, and the Web 2 version is working as usual as well. So in terms of what's on the roadmap for our final version, so our final version we're planning on launching at the beginning of Q3 of 2023. So end of July, beginning of August of this year, basically. And we're going to incorporate activity rewards into that, our referral program, NFT rewards, level rank, and then discounts for our pro and premium subscriptions of up to 60%, depending on how many tokens you hold. And once we kind of, those are kind of like the reward system features that we're adding. And in terms of the tech roadmap, so quarter 3, that's kind of going to be our like beta final version where it's not going to be on mvp.wesendit.com. It'll be on just wesendit.com. And then we'll start kind of onboarding our 3.5 million Web 2 users into our Web 3 version. And then quarter 4, we'll release our final version with all functionalities such as like paid downloads, team management, Web 3 storage partners, um, and like a Web3 login decentralization as well. And
Great. It
so,
sounds really thorough that you are really thorough about this. Like this is what the real projects should do, I think. Right?
yeah, exactly.
Proper way
Like,
to develop it.
yeah, like we're building an actual like useful product here, right? Like, there's no
Yeah.
kind of we have to get feedback, we have to iterate, and then we have to like figure out how can we add all this value together and build it into the system so that it really works. And I really encourage everyone to kind of just go to mvp.wesendit.com and just play around with it. Like I already uploaded a file and sent it to my friend, and he was like, "Wow, this is like so simple and fast." And he was surprised that this is only the MVP, honestly, because it's like so smooth. It's so smooth of a process, and I
And
think
it's
that
free to use.
yeah, exactly,
Mm.
exactly. Um, yeah, and
So where do I go to use it now? If someone wants to jump to try it right now while we're talking, they go to your web page and it's on there.
yeah, so you would go to mvp.wesendit.com, and then
mvp.wesendit.com.
Yeah.
WeSendit.com.
Do you
It
see it?
didn't work. This site can't be reached. Maybe I wrote it wrong. MVP.
Yep.
Not dot WeSendit.com.
Wait, no, mvp.wesendit.com.
Yeah, doesn't work for me.
Is
So
there?
Sweden
Oh,
is not working, Abhay.
oh really?
mvp.wesendit.com. No,
Huh.
this site can't be reached, it says.
Is there
Oh,
like a...
we don't have to check that now, maybe, but
Okay.
maybe after. Put your guys on it, Abhay.
Yep. I'm just messaging them right now, actually.
Let's see if we have someone. Can we have some thumbs up? Did any one of you get it in here?
I just
Maybe
sent you
they're
like
just listening.
the link too, just to make sure. Um,
Yeah, send me the link. It works in Britain. We had one in Britain saying it works. Matt, it's working for Matt. So
okay.
it's probably just Sweden then. It's a bug in Sweden. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm doing
Well,
something wrong. I don't know.
I'll relay that back to the team and then see what happens with that too.
Oh, I know.
But
I see my error now. Sorry.
oh,
I can't bloody spell. Sorry.
does it work for you now?
Yes, it works.
Awesome.
I was just a little. I was just trying to scare you there a little bit, Abe.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
All good.
Oh,
So
good.
yeah.
Now it's working. Yeah, it looks simple. Yeah.
So yeah, basically like you land on the page and then you just click on that middle button and then you can just
Mm-hmm.
upload a file
Send your
and
files here.
you're good to go basically.
And then I get a link, and then I send that to just some
So
friends or
if you
whoever who
upload a
wants.
file basically, then it'll kind of show like a page pop up that says like, here's your file uploaded, like what's the recipient's email, what's your email, and then you can do like a subject line and a message.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can kind of choose like how long do you want them to like be able to access this, and then
Oh, okay.
you can also get a notification for each download, and then you can just click on upload, and then they'll get an email.
And you don't have to register here at all.
Yeah, nope. That's kind of the biggest benefit of
Wow.
yeah. So it's like it's really we want to really prioritize like that security and that privacy.
But I don't need an email. I don't need to send it to an email. I can just post a link here on Twitter or on Telegram or some other chat.
Yeah, so you can just do a link as well. So there's an email
That's.
option and then there's a link option. So you can do either one.
I will try this later.
Yeah, definitely. And then
Send
yeah,
stuff
if you
all
find a
over.
bug or anything, definitely support it for the bug bounty. You know.
Yeah, and this is just the MVP you said. This is just the. This is not the real deal yet.
Oh yeah, this is just the bare bones. Like this is just the very beginning. Like we have so much more planned. It's like this was kind of the test out so that we can like understand like do our users find this valuable? Like what feedback did they have? We can kind of get that feedback from them and then
Mm-hmm.
incorporate it and build out the rest of our features.
So this is a Web 2 solution first, or was first, and now this MVP is Web 3, right?
Yep.
So in the Web 2 version, I guess there are lots of competitors already out there also who can have similar features, right?
Yep.
As you do. But in with this Web 3, there's not as many probably who go this way as you do.
Yeah, actually in Web3, I think we are the first Web3 decentralized data storage
Yeah,
aggregator. Yeah.
that's what I heard too. Yeah, okay. Very
And we
good.
have that like
Interesting.
yeah, and we have that expertise in and background running as a Web2 company as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
and then I
Very
also wanted
interesting.
to kind of to stress that yeah. So this is basically today was our MVP launch. Really encourage everyone to kind of check that out. And then we also actually have a live event in Zug, Switzerland, on June 10th of this year. we've sold 75 tickets so far, and then 25 are still available. So there you can kind of meet the team in person. We'll reveal like the roadmap and what features we're kind of dropping, and what timeline. So it's definitely a worthwhile event to come make it out to if you can make it out to that.
In Switzerland. But how many tickets did you say you had
So we've
together?
sold out 75 already. We have 25 left.
So there's only 100 people who can
Yeah,
come.
there's only 100
Oh,
spots. Yeah.
how much is the ticket?
Uh, I think it's 1 second. Let me just double check that.
You might get sold out now. Are you
All
going, Alpha?
oh yeah.
Switzerland.
So basically, the ticket is where is it?
You
Okay,
pay in the WeSendit token.
no, it's actually in a CHF, but it's 60 CHF per person, and that includes like a catered dinner, all program, like the entire program, and you get to participate in like the 500,000 WSI giveaway event.
That's not too much. It can't be more than $100 or something.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like there's like a full dinner and everything as well.
Wow. I want one. Let's see. Okay, let's move on. Um, so that's going to be like an exclusive meet and greet for those people who are lucky enough to get hold of a ticket and going there then. And
Uh,
they get to know stuff before everyone else as well.
yeah, yeah. So we're actually going to be releasing like going over our entire roadmap and what we have planned um, for the project.
Nice.
And so
All
yeah,
right.
and it'll be like a live Q&A, so you can kind of get your answers, like questions answered in face to face.
And then have dinner together.
Yep,
That's
yep.
interesting. So, so what can you reveal to us already now then?
Well, just kind of like what I've mentioned before, in terms of some of the features that we're looking to add on are so at least like for our kind of quarter 3 beta version, we're going to add in file management, storage options, a branding channel, and then an address book. And then for a quarter 4 final release with like all um, paid users as well, we're going to have options such as like paid download, team management, Web3 storage partners, and so those are kind of the features we've planned out right now. And then we're also open to feedback, like as users can kind of submit feedback on our website, and kind of looking to add any more features that users would want as well.
Nice. And you recently released a token first time, right? I think you had like seed rounds and lots of other rounds a year before, and then you launched in, was it last year, December or something?
Yeah, so in terms of tokenomics, actually, we've so our total supply is 1.5 billion, but our initial circulating supply is about 37.5 million. But all of our like teams has like a like a long vesting schedule, and we did that to basically ensure that like our team is kind of in it for the long run, and that
Hmm.
we can make sure that everyone's kind of thinking long term and not like a quick pump and dump. Like you don't want like that as any other project, basically.
Yeah, I see. It's like 50 months for the team members vested,
Yep, exactly.
and they get like 2% every month released then. But you can now also buy this, I mean, because it's out there.
Yep, you can. Yeah, now, yeah, it's tradable on centralized exchanges and decentralized. So it's for the decentralized exchange, it's on PancakeSwap, and then for the centralized exchange, it's on Gate.io, XT.com, and DigiFinex.
Great. So PancakeSwap we know about. It's BSC then, the token. That's good.
Yep.
How come you choose BSC, not Ethereum, like lots of other people do?
I think I wasn't part of those conversations. Actually, I think that choice was made before me.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a question more suited for our CTO.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but
Maybe because of the fees or something.
yeah, probably. I think just because of like this ease of access and like the gas fees,
Mm-hmm.
probably if I had to guess, it would probably be too excessive on Ethereum.
Yeah, yeah. I see the main account is in here. I'm inviting you up to be here so we can see you, so everyone can see you also in the recording afterwards and like like you or follow you. So if you just click OK with the main account, that's good for you,
Uh,
for your sake, if you want
we're-
to.
Let me
All right.
tell them to do that.
Now they disappeared instead, but they will be back, I guess. Tell them to raise their hands so I can unmute them. All right, so the token is out there. And what can I use the token for? Because your services it's free, but also there will be maybe released later a like a bigger or better premium version, right? Where you
Yeah,
pay a
yeah.
little bit.
So, yeah. Also, on the kind of the previous point about like being on Binance, we're definitely planning on being cross chain. So that is like a high priority for our team as well.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Hmm.
And then in terms of like our pro and premium solutions, basically, what that kind of entails is that as a pro or premium user, you'd have access to additional functionality. Um, and you can actually see the breakdown of our different three tiers on the MVP page. Like if you click on the menu on the top right, and you go to plans and pricing, you can basically see the differences between free, pro, and premium.
Wait, where
And
are you now? In the where we were already? In
yep,
the MVP. Oh, okay,
mvp.wesendit.com.
okay. Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the top right and click on
Yeah.
that three-line menu.
Plans and
And
pricing.
yep, plan and pricing.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
And so
Free,
this,
pro, and premium. Yeah, it's how much you can storage.
yeah, storage, and then there's also like additional features as well, um, such as like file management, branding services, team management, and distributed
Address
storage.
book, yeah. Schedule, transfer you can have.
Yeah, so like this kind of explains everything in detail in terms
Mm-hmm.
of how what features really separate the pro and premium solutions from the free version.
Yeah, yeah. Lots of stuff, actually.
Yeah, and then also uh, the based on depending on how much WSI tokens you hold and for how long, you have like different tiers. So basically, like tier one is like the blue whale NFT, which means that if you hold more than 500,000 WSI tokens and for more than 48 weeks, then you have the blue whale kind of NFT, and this kind of gives you additional rewards there.
How
And
much did you say? 500,000 tokens or
yeah,
500 tokens?
500,000.
500,000 tokens.
Yeah.
And how much is that in dollar value?
Uh, I guess that would be fluctuating depending on the price,
Yeah,
but
yeah. But right
r-
now, like,
right now I think it would be around like $20,000.
oh, okay, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I was thinking if that's for everyone to just buy and then you can have that, or is it like
No, no,
it's
that's
very
the
very premium then?
yeah, that's the most premium tier, but like
Hmm.
the lowest tier, which is like shrimp, like you just have to hold for more than you just have to hold any amount of WSI tokens and hold them for more than a week, and you get that. But then like the third tier is like the squid, and that's like if you hold more than 100,000 WSI and you hold for more than 18 weeks. So there's like different levels that you can kind
Oh,
of
okay, okay.
play with.
That's cool. All right. Plans and pricing. So, but I can pay this because it's like in dollars here as well. $25 a month for the premium or $12 a month for the pro. And I can pay that with my credit card as well, right?
So
Fiat.
the $12 and the $25, those are kind of our Web 2 solutions that have been running for like over 10 years.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So those I can sign up to now. They are in full running.
Yep. Yep.
But that's not Web3 then. And it's not as secure.
Yeah, like then it's just like basically Web 2, but you don't get the benefits of like the Web 3 privacy and the data security.
Yeah, okay. But similar will come to Web3 then.
Yep.
All right. But you will also like you will benefit and get better pricing, of course, than if you pay with the token or hold the token and
No, yeah.
have these
So
NFTs.
yeah, with these NFTs, and then also like we're gonna have a referral program where if you like refer your friends and then they sign up as like a paying user, well, first of all, you can kind of get you can earn up to like 25% of the reoccurring payments that each person that you refer kind of pays for their lifetime. So that's one benefit. And then also if you refer like a bunch of people, then that's when you start to get these discounts on like the pro and premium solutions.
Oh, so I get like a referral link then.
Yep. And then these discounts are only applicable when you pay in WSI tokens.
Okay.
And so it's like a combination of referrals and like activity rewards, which kind of consists of like uploading and actually using the software a lot. So it's like a combination of all these factors, and we've created like an algorithm that kind of checks all this and then kind of allocates you to a certain tier based on that, and then gives you your discount accordingly when you pay with WSI tokens.
Hmm. Oh my God, the price is rising while we speak here. I'm
Oh
checking.
really?
I'm checking. CoinMarketCap.
Oh wow. Yeah.
No, CoinGecko, I mean. I was on CoinGecko checking. Yeah, it's interesting. Nice. All right. So, what else can we talk about? There's so much to talk about with this project. Uh, the storage, how big it is, and you can like if you buy one of the premium or pros, you can storage your thing. Is it like it's the same as a cloud then from these others, but this is a centralized cloud.
Yeah, it's decentralized cloud, and that's kind of the biggest benefits for like the like your data's like your data's broken up across like thousands of different nodes across the world, and so like no one can kind of like even if someone like hacks like one node, they won't be able
Mm-hmm.
to see your data because they only have a little bit of it. But like if someone
Ah,
hacks
okay.
like a centralized like storage provider, they'll see all your data because all your data is stored there. So that's the biggest difference there.
That's really interesting. I mean, what's most interesting, I think, also is that what we used to speak about here, or I used to speak about a lot in these AMAs that we have here at Crypto Miners, that I mean, to reach mass adoption, you need some products that people can use without even knowing they're using crypto or blockchain, I mean.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
this
And I
is
think
this is exactly this is one of the those products, I
yeah,
think.
and I think that should be the goal because like for the end user, they shouldn't care that it's Web 2 or Web 3. They just need the benefits, right? We just want to give them the value.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't need to know which chain it's on or
Yep.
which kind of crypto is behind it or that's overkill for lots of people. They just
Exactly.
want
Like
to send their files or
yep.
whatever other user case there is out there. So yeah,
And
well
like
done.
since we've like worked with like Web 2 users for so long, like we know like they're not as familiar with Web 3, and so we want to make this like a very user friendly, intuitive platform to use so that
Hmm.
we're not only getting Web 3 users but also Web 2 users that it's been hard to get traditionally for crypto projects.
Yeah. And
And
this can be then built out to other. I mean, what I was wanted to ask in the beginning is also because you send your data and you're in charge of your data, but what about your personal ID, and if you can identify yourself, and is that something that you are talking about and wanting to implement as well later on, or is that only for those with the ticket, maybe?
so the personal ID, like the account management type systems, will only be available for the premium users.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because my question always then is, how long will it take for all the or the big companies out there to like take these kind of ideas and know them and have them the software to use it and read it, stuff like
Yeah,
that, you
so
know?
actually we're like our team is working on kind of setting up these like partnerships with like enterprises and governments, and so we are trying
Mm,
to introduce like the B2B like businesses as customers as well, and trying to expand that side of things too.
that's interesting. So how's the interest so far? Is people like skeptical or
No, actually, we've had
businesses?
some really like we're in good talks with a bunch of kind of businesses. So there is a lot of interest here, especially when you kind of um, show the benefits of like Web3 technology versus Web2, and like I think what also kind of separates like who we send is like we're a Swiss company, and that's kind of like our Swiss reputation is very trusted
Yeah.
and secure and like very professional, and so I think that really helps us a lot as well.
Hmm. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, how one thing is about the security, but also how do we benefit? I mean, just holding the token, will that give me some benefit if I stake it somewhere? Or I
Oh
mean,
yeah, yeah. So I can kind
so
of
so can I benefit from if the company goes well and like explodes, the market explodes and it's used everywhere, what's in it for the token holders then?
yeah. So there's actually a few kind of utilities for the WSI token, but right now, right now, staking is active, and the staking is the it's like the most utility that this is the only utility that's active right now, but it's like around 200% APY, and basically, so there's like a bunch of tiers, and then that's kind of where the NFTs that I was mentioning before come in, where the more you stake and the more you hold for a longer time, those can kind of then that gives you like a boosted staking ability as well. And so you get the potential to earn passive income while the product is in development state. So you get the benefits of staking, and then you also get the benefits of the price increase over time as the product kind of project matures. But some other kind of utilities that we're including are like the activity reward. So once you send and download data via WeSendit and use the product a lot, then you'll automatically get rewarded in WSI tokens. So that's like another utility of the coin. And then also like the referral program, that's another point that I was mentioning where um, the like with the referral program, since you're getting your like referred people to sign up for the platform, and if you hold WSI tokens, then you kind of get that discount on those premium solutions, and you get their recurring payments of each month for those people that you've referred. And then finally, down the line, since we are a decentralized data transfer provider, we're going to offer our users the possibility to operate nodes for the network and store data for the network. And so then once these people
Oh,
are
okay.
storing data for the network, they'd be able to receive rewards in the form of WSI tokens as well.
So I can host a node myself then if I want to.
Yep.
Okay. That's also good. Lots of people want to do that, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, and I mean, is there any revenue going back to the holders from the company itself? Or can you buy shares in the company as a usual? I mean, who owns the company?
Yeah, I mean the company is owned by like the team and the investors, and so those are kind of like the that's where the actual shares of the company are who they're owned by.
So the
But
tokens, that's what I mean. That's what I'm after. Like the tokens are kind of not a chair maybe, but it's like it's a yeah. You get some benefits from the team. If the company goes well, it goes well for the token holders also.
yeah, exactly. So basically, with the token, like so, there's a for the shares of the company itself, there's like a company behind that that's owned by like investors and the team and all that. But for the
Hmm.
tokens, like the tokens go up when we send it goes up in usage and adoption and growth because the more people are using the WSI token on the platform, that means there's more demand for the token, which would drive the price up over time.
Yeah, and it's not like you can buy an NFT as a share of the company or to get even more benefits from the company or.
Yeah,
Does that
but
sound?
so NFTs are more for like the token benefits, but
Mhm.
later on, actually, we'll also be offering shares to our investors. That is like a thing we are considering for down the line, but right now it's just WSI tokens.
Okay, all right. Yeah, maybe I'm ahead of myself. I'm interviewing so many different projects, so
Yeah.
it's nice to compare, and it's yeah, good. I like this project a lot. I'm gonna look into it even more. But what else is there now in the pipeline for coming? I mean, you have this secret gathering for the 100 people with tickets, and
Yeah.
after that, what's gonna happen? The whole world's gonna know the same thing then?
Um, I don't know the specific schedule and like when that information will be released. Like the one that we're talking about on the live event, but it
Mm.
will be after. And like the live event's in early June, so and then we're hoping to launch our like beta version in by like end of July, early August. So a lot of those features will be kind of people will be able to see them for themselves as well.
Mm.
And I to kind of like give an analogy as well as to like why I think like We Send It is like a long term kind of play is um like with ChatGPT recently and like all these AI companies that have been forming, we know that like AI is the future, and AI kind of runs like AI needs data and like data is like very core to AI, and that data needs to be stored and sent and transferred somehow, and that's where We Send It comes in. So we're basically providing like the picks and shovels for the next gold rush of AI, you know?
Yeah, interesting. I like it. So yeah, okay. And the marketing so far has, well, you have a big company already, but I mean you're going to market this 3.0 and the Web 3 part of the company even more, assume. How do you do that? You have a big marketing budget? What's your
Yeah,
plans
yes.
there?
Um, so we were actually kind of waiting for MVP to launch as it did today, and so now our kind of we're doing like our full marketing push on like all socials. We're developing like the additional features that we've been talking about, and it's being kind of gradually built up to kind of get that organic audience on all the different platforms. Like we don't want like that like the like we want like an organic audience that's really interested in our project itself. And so we're working on also getting additional partnerships with other projects, and we're also working on getting VCs on board for next like Series A funding round as well. So kind of we have a lot of different things planned. Everything's kind of headed in the right direction. Um, but yeah, it's all kind of working in tandem to go forward.
Yeah. And I know the security is very important for people, but you already said it a few times. Like my data that I send is like shattered and divided in many, many nodes, so no one can find all of them
Exactly, and then
except
also
myself.
yeah, exactly, and then also even the hardware itself, like technically, like since you store your data on like Amazon, right? It's hosted on Amazon computer like servers, and so if they wanted to, they could just destroy those servers, and then you'd never be able to access your data again. But that's not
Yeah,
a case here because like your data is split up, and so even if one person decided to destroy those machines, your data would still be accessible because there's so much redundancy, and then bits and pieces of it are broken around.
exactly. Yeah. Feels like a good way to do it. But what if I lose the key to find all my pieces then? Can that happen?
Yeah, that can happen, and we've actually kind of thought about that. We actually, like I mentioned before, like we have that backup and restore option. So we have like a fully managed Web3 backup and recovery object storage platform. So in the case where you do like forget your key or something, there is a way for you to still recover your data in that worst case scenario.
Okay. But you also said before that you could use this without having like a wallet connected. But then you also said you can get reward if you use it a lot. So if I'm a normal user, I don't know anything about crypto, I find this and I find it really good and I start using it a lot. Do I like collect my rewards then in your token and I can then get them later on when I learn about crypto and I learn about Web3 more or
So you'd get rewards basically if you signed up as like a pro or premium user because that's how we'd able to be kind of tracking your activity and such. So as a free user, your kind of rewards are much more limited in terms of like to like staking or in that kind of stuff.
Okay. So the pro and premium get the most benefit or the most
Exactly.
rewards, and okay, makes sense. All right. Good. Yeah, it has really been interesting. And is there something else that you want to tell us about?
Um, no, I mean, I
Have
think
you,
I just want just to kind of like close it out.
we have been through a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Partners, fees, giving back to
Uh,
the holders, tokenomics, referrals even.
exactly. I mean, I guess just to like kind of give like an image for the audience at the closing, like right now, how I
Right.
kind of think about it is like the crypto world is like the Wild West. Like there's so many scams going on, there's hacks, and you can kind of think of WeSendit as this like Swiss knight on like a white horse that's kind of bringing order to this like crazy world. And so yeah, we're kind of bringing professionalism, security, trust to the crypto space with actual utility. And I really want everyone here to kind of see if they can attend the event. There's 25 tickets still available. And then also check out the MVP and then see if you can find any bugs and then get a bug bounty for that. So, yeah.
Great. I was trying to find a bug, but it was me who was the bug, so no reward for Mary yet. I'll still keep trying. Keep try looking. Well, thank you so much. I have one more question. That is like, oh, these big companies that you were talking about that has implemented your Web 2 services. Have
Yeah.
you opened talks with them to move them to the Web 3 side already? Like Nike, DreamWorks, you said, and Meta.
We have we're actually first focusing on actually launching our final version. Once we do launch a final version, that's when we're going to focus on bringing over our Web 2 customers to Web 3.
Hmm. All right.
So
So are
right
they aware about this already, that it's happening, or?
yeah, we have kind of given them that initial like notice, but we're not going to like force them off of Web 2 as well. They'll have that freedom to stay on Web 2 if they want to stay on Web 2. So yeah, that's kind of like we will kind of convince them and incentivize them to come to Web3 in terms of like better pricing, more
Mhm.
utility, more value, and then yeah, kind of go from there.
Because it's also more secure for them, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Isn't that the big thing for companies? Must be. I mean, from a security point of view, then if you are an aggregator and people use you to store files and like Filecoin or Syscoin, and in the worst case scenario of a data breach, who is liable? Who is like responsible or for the data loss? Is it the team of this company or?
Well, it would depend on where the issue arises from, of like what was breached exactly. Um,
Okay.
so that I think that's where it would kind of depend on. But we do like we have kind of we've kept like Web 2 security mechanisms and Web 3 security mechanisms to ensure that like we send it is like bulletproof. Like securities are kind of like number one concern. So we're always thinking on how to improve that as well.
Hmm. Great. All right, Abe, I have one last question, and that is, no, maybe two. Do you like pineapple on your pizza or not?
No, I don't actually.
You don't?
Nope.
You're in America.
Yeah, I mean I've eaten it, but nah, it's been against my will that I've had to eat it. You know.
Oh, okay, you're
Yeah.
forced to eat it.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's a new one. We never had anyone who was forced to eat it.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And if you can dream wildly now, where is we send it in 5 to 10 years?
Yeah. So actually, I think WeSendit will kind of be powering a lot of the platforms and services and softwares that we use every day in our entire like day to day lives. So, like Facebook, Google, Instagram, all of these platforms will kind of be run on WeSendit. And all these AI tools will be run on WeSendit. So that's kind of like the long term vision I have in mind for WeSendit.
Great, great answers. I thank you so much for coming, Abe. It has been a pleasure hosting you. You're easy to talk to, and it's a great project. No financial advice, guys, but check this out.
Yeah, thank you so much for
It's a
having
good one.
me, Mary, and really appreciated kind of talking through WeSendit, and thanks for being such a great host. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I hope you come back then when have everything ready for the real launch. That would be amazing
Yeah, yeah,
to be
I think
part
that
of
would be
that.
good to kind of like tie it all together.
Yeah, great. So we never got the official we send it up here so people can actually see it, but it's in the links and in Crypto Miners in the advertising about this AMA. You can find all the links to their socials. And where is the most active social? Is that Telegram or where are you most active?
Yeah, Telegram is the most active.
Yeah, okay. I joined it already, so I'll see you there, Abay.
Yep,
I'll
sounds good.
see you over there.
All
So I
right,
wish you a nice evening or morning or whatever it is you have over there now. And
afternoon.
yeah, have a nice one and hope to see you soon again.
Yeah, you too, Mary. Thank you so much.
All right.
All
Bye.
right,
Bye, everyone. Have a
bye,
good
everyone.
whatever, wherever you are. And go eat some pizza with pineapple, for God's sake. No, just kidding. Eat whatever you want.
Yep. Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.